Hello students, this is a continuation of a review for Unit 1 test. We have A equals this, if it's a growth, and we have decay, it's this. So we need to figure out if the story problem is growth or decay and then use the formula accordingly. Number 5, Orem is growing at a 5.3% rate. If the population is 98,000, what will it be in 8 years? So it's a growth, and I'm going to use this formula. So I get the amount equals the initial amount. So this is the final amount. A is the initial amount, 98,000, times 1 plus our rate. We're going to move this 2 places to the left, raised to the power of 8. Okay, because t is our time, and that's 8. So the important thing here is to remember to do this part first. A lot of times, since people read left to right, they try and do this times this. But we have to use order of operations, parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication. So I'm going to add those two, which I know is 1.053. So I went ahead and added it in my head. Then I'm going to go y to the x 8 equals, and it's a big old long ugly fraction. Maybe I should write that down. 98,000 times 1.511565495. Okay, I'm going to keep that big old long decimal in there and just multiply it by my initial amount. So times 98,000. So I got a big old long number with decimals. Now, since it's population, I'm going to round to the nearest whole number because you can't have half a person. So we get 148,133. And I'm going to put my units down, don't forget. And it's people. And I'm done. And if it's dollars and cents, make sure you do that. Looks like this one might be dollars and cents. Find factors and rates. Which is the better investment? A is $20,000 investment at 4% interest. So the rate is 4%. And what is the factor? Hopefully you can read down here. The factor is 100 minus the rate, then move the decimal 2 places to the left. So 100 minus 4 gives you 96. And then you want to move the decimal right here that it's at the end 2 places to the left. So the factor is 0. Oh, wait. That's not right either. So we're going to go factor plus the rate since it's a growth. So that's going to be 100 plus 4 and then move it 2 places over. So it's 1.04. I apologize. The next one over here, which is the better investment? 20,000 times 1.035. Our rate we don't know, but our factor is 1.035. And to get our rate is 1 minus the factor. So I go 1 minus 1.035. And I get 0.035, and then move the decimal 2 places to the right. So that's 3.5%. So which one is the better investment? I would say investment A, because this one, 4%, this one, 3.5%. So that's why investment A is the better investment. Barb invests $2,000 in a business. It lost 8% in the first 2 years. What is it worth now? Okay. So is that growth or decay? Okay, and again, you can pause this video if you want to do these on whiteboards. Okay, so it's a decay because it lost interest. Our rate, well, let's see. It's an 8% loss. So if it's 8% loss, 1 minus 8%. Actually, our rate is 8%. The factor is 100 minus 8% equals 0.92. So our factor is 0.92. Okay? Because it's 92, and then we have to move it 2 places to the left, and we get 0.92. The value is 0.92 times the original amount, which was $2,000. So you get your handy-dandy calculator, and you say $2,000 times 0.92. And I get $1,840. And 0 cents. There you go. Number 8, a store bought a table for $300. They sold it with a markup factor of 1.5. Find the amount the customer paid. So since it's marked up, is that growth or decay? You're correct. That's growth. What's the rate? Well, let's see. What's the factor? It's 1. Well, the factor is 1.5. So the rate is 1 minus the factor. 1 minus, actually, that's going to have to be the factor. 1.5 minus 1 equals 0.5. So it's an increase of 50%. And the value, if we do 1.5 times 300. Okay, so we go 1.5 times 300, 450. So our value, put a dollar sign, $450. Okay, students, you can do the rest of this. You rock!